I got this. No, I got this. It's all good. I'm all good. Yeah. Yeah, see? I got it. Still got it, baby. Oh, what the hell's going on? Am I so much like my father? I can't tell fire from water or a cloud from the ocean. I think it was November when I heard the great pretender say that every living being was in motion. But this is my life, so far so good. I could be a part of it. This is my life, misunderstood. I could be a part of yours. This is my life, so far so good. I could be a part of it. And this is my life, misunderstood. I could be a part of Well, that's the last time I'm ever playing the harmonica. I just haven't played in a bit. Golly gosh darn dang, that's pretty good stuff. Oh, it has a little bite to it. Let's try to focus on the bite. What is it telling me? What is it saying? Oh. What's that? What? We're live? Oh. Why didn't you say something? I thought we were doing a dress rehearsal. No? Was I supposed to be wearing these glasses? Yeah. Well, I got them off a dead man. Yeah, why are you guys looking at me like that? I don't understand. Okay. Sure. They're speaking sign language. We have a code. We can't say things out loud because it's television. It's all about entertainment. We don't want to break the fourth wall, even though that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Go ahead. Let's see. Hello, baby blue. Right. like your name. I have a friend that comes on every once in a while, and his name is Justa. I call him Justa Rhymes sometimes, and it makes me laugh. I mean, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, you gotta find some laughter. Without laughter, be boring. Without, you know, because life is a tragic comedy. It's a deep-seated, bloody bloodbath of love, hugs, kisses, but also death, utter destruction. So much of it that we just have to ignore it. There's just so much of it, and it's always been a part of our history that we just have to ignore it because we have to deal with the immediate shit that's in front of us. I mean, it makes sense. But people often forget that we are a warring species. We're very tribal. We like labels. We follow madmen and women. We follow evil people. Power and money have nothing on how much you have in the bank. Wait. That's about as political as we get here at Story Grub Draws. You see, I turned a new leaf. The other day this harmonica is trying to kill me. I gotta do something. Get off my head. You're making a fool of me. Gosh darn it. I have to do everything myself around here? Do I? Oh. That's right. I'm all alone. I wasn't even preparing for this either. I grew my hair out and I got my pajamas on. I wasn't even thinking about performing tonight. I got this sweater. Oh shoot, see? That's the theme song for the sweater. I thought it was cool. And I wanted to wear it tonight just to impress you all. I hope it's working. Image is everything. I hate tags. I'm not a tag person. Tag, you're it. Even if it's my underwear, I ain't nobody's billboard. I make my own underwear out of hay and clay. And feng shui. I don't know, whatever else rhymes with way and stuff like that. Of hands, evolution makes me want to dance, and I don't know what makes me a man. If you're out of shape, you hit the gym. If you're tired, then try sleeping in. If you're lazy, go get some discipline. But me, I don't feel anything because I don't know what makes me a man. I don't have much of a chin. Self-esteem is dim. Can't believe I'm even here, and I'm singing about my chin when I don't know what makes me a man. that I don't know what makes me a man. I don't know what makes me a man. I don't know what makes me a man. I wrote that on a ship that was headed to Mars about 13 years ago on a mission that I wasn't supposed to talk about after 12 years. So I'm clear to talk about it now. You know, sometimes you don't want to talk about it. Sorry about that. I've seen some shit, man. But anyways, yeah, that was a song about meeting my first alien. Swell little person. I don't really call them aliens anymore. They're just swell little people. Swell little persons. Mm-hmm. That's what I tell anybody these days. Well, hello, how are you doing? You swell little thing? All right. I think thing is the perfect word. Because I love John Carpenter. It's getting to the point where, you know, it's an obsession. I have him in the closet. I locked up in the closet over there right now. I shouldn't have done it. Actually, they're gonna catch me this time. I know it. I shouldn't be talking about it. But I can't read the comments too far away. Let's see. Play a Nokia song? Okay. Isn't that the telephone? Hold on, let me fix my hair. There we go, perfect. Wasn't that right? Yeah, I think that was the I forget which one that was. That was the other ringtone. Huh? I can't read. Let's see, ding. Well, talented is as talented does. And I'm not the one that can say that I'm talented. All I can say is that I'm following my heart. But I think talent is more so about just knowing what you want to do and sticking with it. I happen to like making art and music. And I'm not gifted by any means, like some of my other friends are, technically speaking. But I have a wonderful imagination. You would never guess it, but I just turned 97 yesterday. Seriously. Yes. That's why I'm pale as a pickle, and you know, I'm dripping at all the ends. I don't know how else to put it. I'm dripping. What the hell? Good God. Where'd y'all come from? Let's see. Hola, Tito. Bam? What is Bam? Success. You don't look a day over 96. Thank you, that guy. Sorry if I haven't said hi to people yet. I can't really see. The sunglasses and the radiation coming in from the sun. I'm sitting in Antarctica, which is, as we all know, on the moon, and I'm in a station. Don't get me wrong, but this they open it up. I know they do it on purpose. Something about being vampires. They want to test me out every time, make sure I'm not a vampire. Otherwise, I would just burn up. But it's the radiation that's going to get me. That's what they don't understand. Look at my skin. I am as transparent as a. I don't think pickle is the right word this time. A piece of onion paper. A leaf of garlic. A skin, a freshly. You get the picture. You get it. Who am I? I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm lost in space, lost in time. I don't think I'll ever find my mind. Who are you? How did you get in here? Would you like some water? It's just shenanigans. It's never ending. I got this shirt the other day too. I wanted to show it to you. I wanted to show you this shirt. I like flowers. And look at the pattern. It's just a button-up collar shirt. But it's really almost like psychedelic or something. And I like the colors too. I don't know what's gotten into me. Let me try to read some of these. Hey, Daniel. Okay, there we go. Tell me a poem. Yes. So, you too, please? Oh, buddy, I wish I could. I would get Bono knocking at my door. What? Oh, it's Bono. Oh no, it's Bono. Red is said to be like Glee. When the match is sad, that's what's said. What's wrong with the song when it's singing in bed? But it is said that when you're sad, something bad is wrong with your head. So don't feel green when you're mean. Remember what I said. Nothing's wrong with the song when it's singing in bed. Fuckers got it all. And even in that slide, we're the last of the stubborn fold. Now what you gonna find? What you gonna do without it? You know the man needed time to confuse the problematics and the simple mind. To relax the hordes. The boss is masterful. The boss is masterful. The boss is masterful. I was in the right key. That was a song written by the childhood version of me when I was about, Well, I think I was a fresh-baked baby at that point. All I had was 2 or 3 songs to my name, and I hadn't even turned 1 yet. Unfortunately, I could never write it down or play it on the stringed instrument there, because I had baby hands and I didn't know anything about that. I had to learn how to talk first. But all of it was there. It was all just there, just waiting. Mm-hmm. And I waited. Oh, I waited until it finally found me. And I found it. And I found this rad sweater the other day at the thrift store. What a score! It actually is. So, what do I want to talk about? Let's see. How's everybody doing? How are you? What? Huh? What is this? There's words. Were you guys gonna tell me that there's like words on the screen? Oh, who's doing that? Is somebody answering you guys? I don't understand what's happening. What is this shit? Roses are red, violets are blue. I need to go. Oh, you are. Take it easy, Daniel. It's good to see you. Hello, Sabash. Diego. I love you. I love you. Thanks for the company, all of you. I appreciate it. I do. I was just reading a book about appreciation the other day. It was called Appreciate Others, the book. The pages were empty, but I was still able to read it just fine. You might even say I wrote the book, but I wouldn't say that, because I'm humble. Very humble. Super duper down to earth and humble. I live on Humble Drive. All right, let's see what this is. Hey, Petra. I know I'm missing comments. I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's my season. I'm a Scorpio. So as soon as October 25th hits, I'm pretty much a walking, talking cliche. Even more than usual. Kind, spread love, and stay safe. Thank you, Daniel. Have a good night. Tell Germany we say hi. Good night to you. All right. As we say goodbye to Daniel for the evening, and we close out another chapter of our lives. Right. Look down here. I just want to talk. I want to get real for a few moments, all right? Just bear with me. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right, that felt pretty real. That was pretty real. That was downright real. Okay. Now I'm good. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. What? I thought you guys paused. It's still live, yeah. Oh my god, it's live. Again, I thought you guys paused it. I thought we were doing another. What is this? I think they're messing with time. I'm not even sure what day it is anymore, or if that even matters. Because then all these little episodes are just locked away like a time capsule on my channel anyways. And everything that I ever said and had to say will be in all of these videos that I've been doing for the past year. Before this, I mean, I have, I'm sure everybody's like this, especially creative people, but, like boxes full of like old DV tapes and stuff where I used to film every chance I got. I don't know. I just like documenting stuff, and I always had a camera in my backpack, like a video camera. But I have many. I even have 8mm, 16mm tapes and stuff or something. Like I don't know, just like the ones before DV. I have a lot of old film ones, and I mean, I'm 97. I learned how to use those when I was about 80 years old, you know? But I got the hang of it after a while. They really came in handy and helped out with my hairline as well. As you can see, it's pretty rad. Oh yeah, all right, that's the important stuff. Hair, stop and stare. How about that? Okay, what do you do for a living? Asks Gustavo. Okay, Gustavo. I'm not allowed to say, my friend. I'm not allowed to say it all. They're watching. Always watching. That's better, right? You get. Sorry about that, everybody. Did you hear that though? I mean, they're watching me right now, right behind you. They're behind the looking glass, all 8 of them. And Terry is always listening. But his temper is a little bit more tempered. It's a little bit more tampered and tempered than the other, and their tempers. You know, I'm not sure if I know what that word means, tamper, or how I'm saying it. I don't even think I know what I'm doing. I don't even know what's going on. Gustavo, I don't even know. Is that? I hope I answered your question. Marcy Playground. I don't know. Do they have wigs like this? I used this as I did a parody of The Cure, and I spiked this all up, and I did an impression of Robert Smith, and I learned how to play Friday I'm in Love for the sketch, because back then when I started doing these videos, or my shorts and stuff, you know, shorts, it still sounds funny. I'm gonna go film some shorts. It's like, it sounds weird, because that's essentially what I was doing, you know. But they were only a minute long, up until about a year ago or something like that, I think, right? And another 3 minutes. Shorts can be 3 minutes, but I try to keep them fairly short. Anyways, I did one of The Cure, and it was called, because I make all of my videos about art, my parodies about art. Even the Jesse Wells one that people are so goddamn bent out of shape about on my YouTube page, because they think I'm actually talking shit about Jesse, and it's like, I don't even know. I would never do that. I don't make fun of people like that. I was imagining myself as Jesse singing about bad artists. I was using his character because that's what he does. He, in my opinion, speaks truth to power. He punches up, at least, you know. He seems to punch up, and I appreciate that in him. I haven't heard all of his stuff, but he's good. He's a great songwriter. Nothing against the guy. And I used him as like a character to sing about bad artists. But everybody thought, because I was dressed like him, the lyrics were about him. And it's just, I don't know, I've gotten a lot of hate on that video. It's so weird. But it's like my most viewed video, I think, of all time now. It's got like 2,000. It's the biggest video I have, bro. How many people? 5,000. Yeah, you know, it's one of the big. It's pretty big. No, but that for me is like a million. You know, 5,000 people watching a video of mine is like, holy crap. You know, and you never know what it's gonna be, which video that's gonna happen with, and that's what sucks, because I would have chosen another video, but you can't choose them. But yeah, I don't make fun of people like that. But then I did a Robert Smith, but the song was called Frida, I'm in Love. And it was a song about him saying, I don't care about these other surrealists and stuff. And then he said, 'cause it's Frida, I'm in love. You know, and it was just really short and incoherent almost, because I was mumbling like him and stuff. I don't know. That's what this wig always reminded me of, is Robert Smith, or like Jesus and Mary Chain or something. That was a really long-winded story for that. Hey, look at my shirt. Let's see. Thing. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to read some of these. I don't think this guy does much. Rich T Biscuit, you'd be wrong, my friend. You'd be wrong. And being a crab. Molly, boy, TP, hello. Your shades remind. Yeah, I guess they They kind of have that vibe. Hmm? I often wonder. I bet that guy would have done a lot more art. Just like paintings and stuff. Kurt was a good visual artist. All those, man, a lot of those greats are just gone. Those voices, like, they were seriously like the voice of a generation. Taken from us. Jimi Hendrix, man, I would have just loved to have seen what that guy did throughout as aged, you know. Of course, I don't want anybody to ever die, even though we all die. I always daydream about a world filled with these people still, and what they would be saying about stuff. Not that that necessarily matters. And I don't mean necessarily just politics or anything either, but just how they conceptualized it. Anyways, yeah. Let's see. 40 quid, are you mad? It's only a bloody bottle of water, isn't it? But I'm doing the 31. I got this sweater on because I'm doing the 31 days of trick or treat before Halloween. So I got my bucket. I call it my kid bucket. What I can't say. I can't say. You guys are seriously gonna. I can't say. Well, no, you. Okay, all of you. Okay. Got a rock. A little rock. Maybe it's Arkansas. Sorry. Lo siento. It's another rock. But this one is sharp. And sometimes when I'm like walking on trails and stuff, I'll find a rock and I'll just hold it like this, because if somebody wants to surprise you, they're gonna get a rock to the frickin' head, right? But then you can just throw it off into the distance and somebody would just be walking by looking for evidence and they'd be like, that's just a rock. That's just a rock with blood on it. And then you would get away with murder because that's rock and roll, baby. That's rock and roll. Get it? Let's see. Rock or trick or treat. Rock or trick or treat. No, I just think that everybody should have the freedom to dress up and go door to door for the first 30 days of Halloween, the 31 days of Halloween. That'd actually be kind of cool. I mean, if there was something like that. Besides the Inktober thing, which drives me crazy on Instagram. Things like that shouldn't bug me because I should just be supportive of it no matter what. But I just wanna hurt people when I see that kind of stuff. I just wanna hurt me. I'm just playing. I get lost. I get lost in the mix. Lost in the illusion. There's so many illusions. And then you got disillusion on top of that. That's a bad. Once you realize that both exist, then everything starts really getting messed up. But what else are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You learn how to meld with it, move with it. You gotta vibe with life. You just gotta pass on through, do your thing. Do good things. Make cool things. That's right, Therma. And tell some knock-knock jokes from time to time. You deserve it. Okay. Thank you, Gustavo. Hey, I'm in California. Or in Spanish, that's, well, it's California. But you know what I'm talking about. We're like brothers. We're like brothers. I figure anybody that's born in the world right now that is living. God damn, I thought it was a drive-by for a second. That was the water heater. Actually scared the crap out of me. Scared the shit out of me. Fucking now. Thinking about drive-bys now, bitch. God damn, girl. She's always throwing her fits over there. Show me some attention every once in a while. Instead of talking to people on YouTube. I love her. I do. I'm just playing the game. Playing the part. Playing hard to get. Oh, darling. She knows what's coming. But anyways. Yeah. I think people are more alike than they'd like to admit. I know there's always going to be suffering. There's always going to be a-holes and up to our elbows and a-holes and stuff. But I think we can at least be... I think a lot of us could be better for each other even, you know? We don't have to be the same to coexist. And nobody is the same, no matter how many people you think are on your side. You just gotta think about it as everybody's your freaking enemy, except for you and maybe your mom. I'm just kidding. But I mean, you know, but that means... there's just so much divisiveness in the world and stuff. And I wish we could get past like these certain humps of realization or just self-awareness and common ground, you know. Not to say you gotta have common ground with frickin' Nazis or whatever because people always say that, yeah, common ground, you want me to be friends with a Nazi? And I'm like, that's the kind of crap that I can't stand because like it's like there's no nuance to anything anymore. Like there's no gray area. There's no communication, you know. And a lot of people are guilty of this, not just one tribe, one side, one. I just think that we deserve better, and I think we could do better. I definitely. I just need to be like somewhere where I can just be humbleized. That's why I'm getting off this rock. Specifically this one. I'm getting off the moon finally after all these years. I've been here for 39 years, sitting here like a toadstool. With the weight of the world sitting on my shoulders. Therma, why are you yelling at me? God dang, girl. Damn. Okay. What? Seriously, you heard her a little bit ago. That was insane. But this could be a lot heavier if people sent me in their shoes. Any kind of gold medallions you might have. Just sprinkle them in there. And all of your wishes will come true. I promise. I promise. Okay. Thank you, Therma. Good God. Get off my... Oh my God. Get off my lawn. let's see. You, what? I can't. What? The internet. Hello, internet. The guardian of heroin. I look like the guardian of heroin. Thank you. That means a lot. How do you think you are crazier than me? I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Hello, Amizu. I don't want to be crazier than you. I just want to be your friend. I don't want to compete with you. I just want to be your friend till the end. To the end. Life is quite less crazy since you've been around. I don't have anyone to talk to. My feet can't touch the ground. Life is something since you've been gone. I love you so much. Let's get crazy. I don't know where I was going with that. Apparently nowhere. But I just wanted you to know that I was thinking about you, internet. I think you're one of the craziest people out there, and I think you deserve the world. I would take you to the prom any day of the week, my friend. You can shit on a rat about that. I'll tell you that much. In our country, we shit on rats for good luck, and I have a lot of rats to shit on, my friend, and well, a lot of time to do it because I don't have a job, which means I don't exist. I'm just a freaking ghost shitting on rats in an empty jail cell. By the way, do I get a phone call or something? But no, okay. They're all shaking their heads, with their hands on their guns. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm just asking. Please. Came here to do two things: break out of jail and make a phone call. Looks like we're almost out of phone calls. Sons of bitches. They want me to play songs, but then they put their hands on their hip like guns as they're standing there watching me. It's really intimidating. It doesn't make me play any better. Do I know any REM? Yes. I'm sure that wasn't them, but I couldn't play them even if I knew. Ow. YouTube would come out of nowhere and go, copyright, which is the craziest thing, because when I was growing up in the 1920s, YouTube actually meant something. It had integrity. When I started posting videos, they could only be 10 minutes long. That was 1936, right before the Great War of 1912. You do the math. I wasn't there. But I did write it down in a book called My Diary. It's in my nightstand right now. Should I go get it? Or, oh, did somebody just write something? No, please don't play music. No. And then that was when Libos asked if I could play any of the REN, of course. And then Internet says integrity. Life on Two Wheels, Boston, Massachusetts says Chomo. Life on Two Wheels, Boston, Massachusetts says, hi, wood chipper. And then Family Teeth says, rude. Well, you gotta get to know me before you can take me out on a date. Boston, Massachusetts. If you get to know me, after a while the jokes get better because you know me better, so the insults get better where they actually could hurt me. So that's the point of, you gotta be a little more sneaky. You gotta sneak on in and be my friend first. Get to know me. And I promise you, those jokes will be sweeter the next day and after that. And I'll joke right back. Joke. For what is one without the other? You know? There's always gonna be, there's millions of people out there who probably would hate me. There's a lot of fucking people that would dig me too. And you, my friend, Massachusetts. And you. Think about all the people that love you. You know? And what you do for them, what they do for you. And how many lives the people that love you touch all over the place, all over this planet. It's all about the love, my friend. And it's Friday night. I don't mind a little sassiness. I think we can all be friends here. I'm not interested in making enemies. I have enough of that on the road. I get road rage. I got spikes on my tires now, and I got like an oil slick machine. I press a button and bananas flop out and soiled in oil, crude oil. And my enemies behind me just go, oh my god, fuck, and go off bridges and blow up and stuff. I've got rockets on the front of my goddamn car. I don't need that stuff on the internet. But this is the highway of life. And we all gotta drive it together. And at the same, and absolutely alone. You know? It's how people can feel alone in a crowd, because sometimes nothing out here fixes what's in here or fills, you know, what's in there. But it's one of those things where you got to find out what kind of person you are and who you want to be, because that's what's gonna echo through your life, you know. It'll reverberate. And you matter so much without even knowing it. And how many lives you touch, how many minds you change, or how many people you piss off even. I've thought about all the people I've hurt so many freaking times. I, of course, wish I could go back and change stuff. And then one day I couldn't change anything, but I could be a better person from now on, and I could do my best to apologize for the kind of person I used to be. That's my path. Just to be better in here so I could be better out here with everybody else, you know? So I could play nice. But it's hard. But when you fall off, you gotta get back on, you know? I think we're all connected in ways we'll never be able to understand, in ways that are cosmic and eternal. And it's a shame to see people using their lives just to hurt other people. It's like that's their meaning, that's their purpose. It's not my bag. And it'll never be my bag. Not anymore. Except for people on the road. I'll blow those motherfuckers off the road. I got rockets on my car now. Rockets. So next time you're on the freeway and you see me coming, I will get the hell out of the way. Anything under 97 and you're dust. You're a cloud of smoke. You are shrapnel on the on the turnpike. It's all about the rockets, you know, and love. And love and shit like that, you know. I haven't had a sip of alcohol for 14 years. It was 14 years on October 6th. Yeah. Sometimes people come on here and they say, "What's he on? What's he on?" And I get I usually post all of my everything that I'm on in the link that's in the description. But I mean, it's not like I'm trying to hide anything. But you know, most of the time it's just that I don't drink anymore, so I have an abundance of energy. And for 13 years, I've been getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day. Even if I go to bed at midnight, I just wake up at 3 and I'm just wide awake. And I was like that until very recently. But for years, I just did that. And it was almost like living a split life or something like that too. Because I would just go to work, play that part, come home, hang out with my partner, and then I would just go down, like when she went to bed, I would just go downstairs and record music for the rest of the night, and then I would go to bed and wake up at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, make coffee, go back downstairs and record music or do art or whatever it was, and just I would hear her get up above my head, and I would go upstairs and we'd have breakfast if she had to go to work or something. But I would just, as soon as I could, I'd go back down and keep working down there. And it was, then I would have a job and go to I worked at the Boise Co-op for like 7 years, something like that, 6 years, I think. And in the pet shop, and God, I just had a dream about that place again too. I haven't seen that pet shop since 2018, I think. I don't know, whatever. But I dream about it a lot. I have very vivid dreams, and it would be weird to go back and see it. But it was this little teeny pet shop across the way from like the main store, this grocery store, and I worked in this little shoebox for 6 years, you know, basically, and learned a lot about pet food and whatever. But I forget what I was saying about that, or why it mattered. It doesn't matter. But that's what I did for work for many, many years, up until very recently, if you must know. I hurt my shoulders when I lived in Portland about 2 years ago. Messed up my shoulders really bad, and it spread to this one, you know. And very recently, I had to go on disability and go do physical therapy, which I just graduated last Friday. And so it's not that I didn't work, it was that I was put to work since the freaking day I was born with my... If you knew who my dad was, you wouldn't... You'd be making fun of me. But, yeah, I worked in the pet food business for a very long time. And then I worked at a warehouse in Portland for 3 years. And that's where my shoulders got ripped apart. Didn't play my guitar for 8 months. I was so depressed. I didn't even before I came down here, if you go back, and I think Passer, he's been, you know, around forever. He's probably remembers some of those early days, but in the past, you know, couple about a year and a half or whatever, I've gone through crazy, sort of like awakenings of some kind, you know. And had major ups and downs and stuff, you know. But yeah, then I was working at a pet store here, and I thought my shoulders had gotten a little bit better, but I still hadn't done PT or anything like that yet. And I was reaching for a bag that was stuck behind something, and I felt it in my arm. This like tendon just went out, and I swear to God, I couldn't even put on my shirts without my shoulder. I mean, they still pop all the time, but they don't hurt as bad. That's the thing. But no, I worked. When I did work, I worked hard, lifting big ass bags of dog food and stacking pallets. And I used to run a forklift, and I missed doing the forklift. It was fun. I was good at it. But yeah. But I think when I go back to Portland, I'm gonna try to work with the city to go around and help murals be made, and then eventually try to get my own gigs making murals and stuff. I'm gonna shoot for that angle to make money, a living, hopefully, and then probably find some kind of, hoping that if there's like there's a program that does murals across the city, and they pay artists to help paint them and build them essentially, and I would like to do that. Yeah, and that'd be cool because it would be like a job, and if I can't do that, I'm still gonna just be looking for anything I can do really to make money. But I would like to make art. That's my calling. Besides whale watching, I like inland whale watching is the best thing to do. I think they made a movie about it. It was called Graboids. Anybody remember that? With Kevin Canadian Bacon. Anybody? One of the best movies ever made. On the shoestring budget comes a tale of terror, tragedy, and love. Kevin Canadian Bacon is... What the hell is his name in that? Kit? Is it Kit? I think his name's Kit. He's so freaking funny in that. And the other dude too, Remo Williams. Everybody's on their game in that movie. Tremors. Anyways, let's see. Sorry to be ignoring the messages. Thank you. My name is Matt. Is that what this is? Thank you. When I was 16 years old, I had a black mohawk from all the cool art gigs find you. I hope so. You know, because that's the thing. It's I at least want to, because I feel like if I was on a team of people building, like, you know, like one of those huge murals that you see in a city, especially in Portland, they're all over the place. I think that would be fun because you'd get to meet other people, but also learn like a trade, sort of like a, because I do a lot of drawings. I love to paint, but I'm not, it'd be cool to get some kind of training and just sort of be around people that really know their stuff and soak in their wisdom kind of stuff, you know, eat their brains and gain their knowledge, you know, the usual. Bust out the barbecue and eat some brain. What? Huh? That's smart, right? If I can get away with it, I will. Let's see. This video is going to come back to bite me, I know it. Get it? Bite me? Because I was talking about brains, eating brains? Ah, shit. Huh? Graboids. Mm-hmm. Remember the old man wants to call them graboids? What should we call them? Graboids. I think that's what they end up calling them in the movie, though. Because they weren't calling them Tremors. That's just the name of the movie. Where I grew up as a kid, that area, the area is in Northern California, and it's sort of out in the valley, which is kind of just horses and ranches and stuff like that. Lots of cows and orchards and things. And you know, when you watch a movie like Tremors and you live out in an area, you know, when it came out, we were kids, so it was fun to go out and imitate it and go out and act like there's tremors under the ground and stuff, because our landscape looked just sort of like that. Even though we were close to the Sacramento River, there was it got very dry out there. A lot of just weeds, star thistle. I still dream about that house too. It's like me and my dad and my brother lived there. And it doesn't matter. I've had a lot on my mind. Mostly my money. Mm-hmm. Kill the freaking spider. Oh. So you're streaming too, internet? You're streaming too? Onto a killing spider with your stream? Oh. Poor spider. Hey everybody. My name's Jungle Jim. Welcome to Story Grub Draws. He's not here, but I was thinking we could later on, we can go TP his house. I got this little jack-o'-lantern thing that... Hey, there's a knife in here. Huh. It's just crazy. Oh, that's a rock. Like a rock. But if you want, we can go later. I'll give you the address and we can meet up there. And we can walk up there. That way there's no... Pretty much, if we see anybody or anybody sees us, we gotta take them out because there can't be any witnesses. And then we just TP his house and we run and everything's fine, you know. Just a childish, you know, harmless prank. Whatever. What the hell? Did you guys see that? Do you want to go surfing? Okay, let's see. Tubular. Hey, Mikey. In elementary, my friends and I would play Tremors. Yeah, we would play it hard. Someone would be the graboid and we would race to the pavement to be safe. Like the band Pavement. You'd go and listen to Pavement to feel better. Yeah, that's what we did too. Yeah, like especially their second album. Wait, no, you mean Literal Pavement. Yeah, we used to do that stuff too. We also used to play, gosh. Oh, wait, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And my brother Gabe would be the Terminator, and even though it was like the cop in it was the bad guy, he just played like more like an Arnold sort of Terminator. And again, my brother would just walk around. Literally, he would never run, and we would be running for our lives from him on our property, you know, like acres to run around on. And he would always catch us. He was always just like so freaking gifted, and he was a fan of like horror movies. And I've told this before on here, but the Halloween movies, Michael Myers and Jason, well, especially Jason, he loves Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th and stuff. But he had Michael Myers masks and overalls and stuff. And on our property, he would chase us around without running. Again, he would just walk like Michael does in the movies. And he would always fucking catch us. We'd be out in like the middle of an orchard, like 4 acres away, and he would still sniff us out somehow. And I honestly never even asked him how he did that. We didn't really talk about that kind of stuff back then. He would just freak us out. And we would all, like, you know, me and my brother and my cousins would all be running from him and basically like cosplay hide and go seek. And it was a lot of fun. We did it quite often. Or my friends would be staying over and he would go outside and like look through the windows and stuff as these characters, and he would let me know, but we wouldn't tell my friends, and they would just see these masks, you know, looking through the window and like haunting and stuff. And I'd be like, what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. It's kind of funny. Anywho, right. Stood at the door. Tell people, talk to the hand. Man, that movie is great, especially when Burton and Rue McEntire are in the basement and the thing comes through the wall and they're like shooting it. I mean, the whole movie is so campy, but there's so many elements to it that, you know, they have to be creative about how they get off the ground and where they go once they do and that kind of stuff. And it was done like without a huge budget. Sometimes the best movies obviously can be. It's not that they can't, but yeah, it's just and plus the characters in it are just great, and the build up. there's a lot of buildup, like with the dead bodies that they're finding before they actually find out what's actually going on, you know? Because it would have been interesting if it was just like those big snake things, if the graboids were just those tentacles and there weren't big worms. It would be interesting, and they were just these big worms like slithering around the desert. That would be creepy enough, you know? But then there was this other element, the underground element, which doesn't make sense at all, but at the same time, it's like it's done in such a way that it just kind of works. It's pretty cool. I love movies like that. And then the camaraderie between the two lead characters and stuff, the two, like Kevin Bacon and Remo. I always forget his name. His name is Frank, I think, in Tremors, or maybe in real life. I don't know. I forget his name. Anyways, I am babbling. I'm babbling. I am Babylon. All right, I should probably go. I just wanted to say hi, and show off my new cheek. I just got this the other day, and now I'm complete. And so now I can work on selling this thing, because I'm over it. I'm over it. So if anybody knows of anybody, somebody who wants to buy some skin, I guess, I don't know what the expression is, but I would appreciate that. Nah. Thanks for the company, everybody. And I'll see you in my dreams, whether you like it or not. Now I have like extremely vivid dreams. It's almost like when I was younger, I always wanted to sleep in, because my dreams were so freaking intense. It was just like slipping into other worlds every night. And lately my dreams have been super vivid and very, very clear and hard to even articulate, because they're so interesting, I guess. I don't know. But I look forward to just sleeping, because they're so entertaining. And it's always fun to go on these little adventures. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I appreciate the likes and all that too. I really do. Happy Friday. And I hope everybody finds some meaning, has some meaning. Carve out a little slice of happiness. Make somebody happy. Show somebody what they mean to you, maybe, huh? All that jazz. I think love is underrated these days or something. It's the world needs a lot of it right now, and I wish it for you, all of you, because I think love can change the world. I mean, anything can change the world, but I think love can change it for the better, you know. But it's got an uphill battle. But I think it starts with honesty and finding out who you are inside of you, being true to yourself, you know. That way you don't look back 10 years later, 20 years later, and think, God damn, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I feel that? What? Huh? What? In the future, or the past to you, is just like, I don't know. You know, and just making these pathetic little bitchy faces and stuff, you know. It's like, dude, I want to go skateboarding, man. I don't want you to like hold up my time. What? and then you look back and you're like, oh shithead. Fucking shithead. So, you know, what goes around comes around. But yeah, it's a lot of it is just being honest with yourself, which I can tell you is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. But once you start doing it, it takes practice. You got to catch yourself sometimes, you know. good things will start happening. So I wish you well. Good night, Mikey. Good night, Internet. Good night, Amizu. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate you.